Hello viewers, 4DIYers here with another video for everyone. In this video here I'll be showing you how to troubleshoot and repair your trailer lights on your Dodge Ram. For this I'm using my 2006 1500 equipped with a 7-pin plug as an example. I have the larger trailer plug on the back of my truck and an adapter to convert it over to a 4-pin. I found the parking lights were not working in this situation. The adapter will allow me to easily check for faults in the circuit, however that is limited to only the options that are equipped on the 4-pin connector. Using my OEM Tools test light model number 26019, this is able to test 6, 12, and 24 volt systems, has a stainless steel probe, has 5 feet of cord, and is equipped with a high intensity red LED for easy visibility. A link to this will be included in the video description to Mobile Distributor Supply. Connect the alligator clip to a sufficient ground terminal. This is the exposed terminal on the 4-pin connector. Then turn on the parking lights and 4-way flashers. As you can see, the left and right flashers are working, however the parking lights are not. With the lights working, we can also see that we have a good ground. If the test light does not illuminate from any of these pins, this could possibly be a bad ground, so try switching your ground to another source such as the steel bumper or a bare spot on the frame. For testing at the larger trailer connector, I have an alligator clip connected to the chrome bumper, which is used as a sufficient ground source. On the lid of the connector is a wiring diagram labeling each of the pins. Again, it's testing with a test light. For the reverse lights, you'll need the vehicle in reverse with the key in the on position. As for the electric brakes, you will need that activated as well if your vehicle has that option. Now I was removing the connector to inspect the plug and wiring at the rear. Here I'm required to remove the 4 Torx head fasteners. Once removed, pull the wiring through the bumper hole, and as you can see the wiring is quite dirty. It is exposed to quite a few elements on the backside of the bumper. Immediately I can see there is a cut in one of the casings on the wires. I checked the wiring diagram after, found out this was one of the signal wires. Thankfully the wire was not broken, and this is a very quick fix. Using a rag, I cleaned up any dirt on the wiring and electrical plug. This will allow me to see more and make it easier to remove the electrical connector. Using a small standard screwdriver, the red plastic lock needs to be slid out of its place to depress the tang on the electrical connector and remove. With the buildup of dirt, this may prevent the lock from disengaging. You'll need to try to clean this first as the best possible option. Finally, the lock can be disengaged. Then press the tang and pull apart the connector. Inspecting both sides of the connection, this is surprisingly clean and there was no corrosion found. Pull the wire out. There may or may not be a wire retaining clip on the rear that needs to be removed. To my surprise, I also found a 4-pin connector hidden behind the bumper, however this was badly corroded. The excessive corrosion on the connector may also cause some problems as well. Next I remove the split loop casing. Using a test light again, I can check the electrical connector. This will help isolate a problem. If power is found here for the parking lights, then the large trailer plug is causing issues and will need to be replaced. If there's no power here for the parking lights, then the problem is further back, either in the wiring or somewhere else in the vehicle. Here I'm using Deoxit D5 spray. This not only serves as a cleaner, but as a protectant as well. This is my go-to contact cleaner for any of my projects. I also sprayed down the brake in the casing as well to clean the conductor, and this will be sealed up once dried. After some reading around and looking at the owner's manual, I found the trailer lights are on their own circuit. This means they have a fuse. Looking under the hood at the fuse box, you will see that number 15 is for the trailer parking lights. This can then be referenced over to the diagram. Again, using the test light, the ground terminal is connected to the battery and then a probe is used on the top of the fuse. As you can see, there is only power at one side of the fuse. This means that the fuse is burnt out. Here's a close-up of that fuse. As you can see, there is a burn spot on the plastic case and there's also a space in the fusible link inside. This requires a 20 amp fuse for a replacement. A new fuse is installed and the fuse box cover is installed back in place. That spot with the break in the casing was covered up with liquid tape. The conductor inside still seems to be in good condition, so there's no need to splice the wires here. If there's an issue down the road, then I will cut this and install a new section. Liquid tape provides a watertight seal, and it will take some time to dry. The split loop casing is put back into place, and then the wiring is reinstalled. Hook the wiring back up under the truck, reinstall any wire retaining clips if needed, and use cable ties as well. Feed the electrical connector through the hole in the bumper, then plug it back into place. Push that red plastic lock into place. Now is reinstalling the trailer connector back into the bumper. Reinstall those 4 fasteners. Now going back with the test light, retest all the pins ensuring they are working correctly, and as you can see it's functioning as it should. New videos are released every week on my channel. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, it's a huge help to me, and leave a comment below if you found this tutorial helpful. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to also hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching.